In the heart of the African savannah, there lived a young lion named Simba. Simba was strong and fast, but he was also impatient and eager to prove himself as the mightiest animal in the land. He often challenged other animals to races and competitions, always seeking to show his strength and speed. One day, while wandering near the edge of the savannah, Simba came across a wise old tortoise named Kazi. Kazi was known for his wisdom and calm demeanor, but he was slow and moved at a leisurely pace. Simba, seeing Kazi inching along, couldn't help but laugh. "Old Tortoise," Simba called out with a grin, "you are so slow. How do you ever get anywhere? I bet I could race around the entire savannah before you even cross this path." Kazi looked up at Simba with a knowing smile. "Perhaps you could, young lion, but speed is not always the most important thing in life. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race." Simba laughed even harder. "Wins the race? How could you ever win a race, moving as slow as you do?" Kazi remained calm. "Why don't we have a race then? If you win, I will give you all my knowledge about the savannah. But if I win, you must learn to listen and be patient." Simba, confident in his abilities, quickly agreed. The race was set for the next day, and all the animals of the savannah gathered to watch. The race would take them across the savannah, through the tall grass, around the big baobab tree, and back to the starting point. As soon as the race began, Simba took off like a flash of lightning, disappearing into the distance. Kazi, on the other hand, began his journey slowly, one small step at a time. Simba, confident in his lead, ran as fast as he could. But soon he became tired and decided to take a rest under a shady tree. "I'm so far ahead, I can afford a little nap," Simba thought, and he quickly fell asleep. Meanwhile, Kazi continued on his path, slow and steady. He passed by the tall grass, moved around the big baobab tree, and kept going, never stopping. As the sun began to set, Kazi finally reached the shady tree where Simba was still fast asleep. Kazi smiled to himself and quietly continued towards the finish line. By the time Simba woke up, the sun was low in the sky, and he realized with a shock that he had overslept. Panicking, Simba raced towards the finish line, but it was too late. Kazi had already crossed the line, and the animals of the savannah were cheering for him. Simba couldn't believe it. How had the slow old tortoise beaten him, the fastest and strongest lion in the savannah? Kazi, seeing Simba's confusion, gently explained, "Speed and strength are important, young lion, but so are patience, persistence, and wisdom. Rushing through life can cause you to miss important lessons and opportunities. Sometimes taking your time and thinking carefully is what leads to success." Simba, humbled by the experience, nodded in understanding. "You're right, Kazi. I've learned a valuable lesson today. I will try to be more patient and wise from now on." From that day on, Simba became known not just for his strength and speed, but also for his wisdom and patience. He often sought advice from Kazi and became a respected leader among the animals of the savannah. And so, the story of the wise tortoise and the eager young lion was told throughout the savannah, reminding everyone that true strength lies not just in speed and power, but also in wisdom and patience.